Start record. All right. Welcome to episode 4. And I don't know if all y'all got the topics or not, but I'll just run them off as we head in.
Let's say it's too late now. Either we gonna wing it or
Yeah, that's why I said that earlier.
Yeah. So first topic is basically AB to the Buccaneers. Is this good or bad for the league? And thoughts if he's going to do better on and off the field.
I don't think it matters for the league.
I mean, he did his thing today.
I couldn't jump in.
He went off against Carolina, unfortunately.
I'll sit there and watch AB, bro.
Man, I don't think he's gonna do better off the field. I don't know about on the field. I didn't watch the game last week when he was last week his first game when they played the Saints.
Yeah, he got killed.
He didn't show up.
They murdered out there.
They were trying to feed him. That's the problem. They trying to feed him. They trying to just give him the ball. He ain't ready. And
just trying to give it straight to AB.
Yeah, they was trying to feed him. Like they were trying to feed him the ball.
How many?
And that's a no-no. What they should have done. Mike Evans is their number one receiver. They don't even treat him as that anymore.
What would you say is number 2? Godwin or
Godwin?
Well,
Gronk.
Godwin's probably number 2.
I gotta go with Gronk. Gronk's number 2. And then you go with Godwin.
You think Godwin is under Mike Evans?
Yes.
Yeah.
Godwin's the guy.
Evans
is the guy.
Like, you think just raw talent wise, or do you think based off of how they've been playing? Because I feel like Godwin's gotten more touches than
Mike Evans is just better. But you think about it, look at Brady. Brady's used to throwing that little mid route, 5-10 yards. Godwin, that's kind of his zone. Mike Evans, post out. That's kind of his area. Brady's used to throwing those balls.
Well,
so he'll throw it to him all the time.
Before Brady got to Tampa, Godwin didn't. Well, I'm not sure how long Godwin's been in the league, but he didn't really get the ball like that. Like you said, Jameis Winston's the type of guy who's.
I had him on my fantasy. Godwin was crazy last season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So was he just the number one guy based on the numbers or raw talent? So you're saying Evans is better talent wise?
Oh yeah, Evans is better talent wise. There ain't no question. He's the number one. Like now, Godwin is getting tons. Mike Evans is not getting a lot of balls. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what Brady's doing.
Like, I don't know.
You got one of the best receivers in the league.
He got favoritism towards AB though. If you can see, like they are just setting up plays just for AB.
Just to go to Antonio.
And
they're not running.
They did a lot of end arounds and stuff like that today.
Yeah, they're trying to get him involved.
Yeah, when you watch it, like when you watch the Bucs last year, they're winging it. They're pretty much doing the same thing, but it's not. We're gonna give it to Mike Evans. Last year they were force feed Mike Evans. Now we know James Winston would lead the league in touchdowns and interceptions. He did that, but Mike Evans was gonna get the rock, no question. Godwin would get it. Now it's Godwin. Is Mike Evans open? I don't know. I ain't gonna look that way. Let me throw it to Gronk real quick. You know what I'm saying? So it's killing the flow of the offense. It really is.
He didn't catch it. Thank God.
And then make it even worse. Like they don't even run. Like Ronald Jones had a 99, the longest touchdown today.
That was crazy.
That was ridiculous. Carries. That pissed me off. On the other side of the end zone.
Bro, he had 3 carries last week. 3 carries last week. Come on.
And he fumbled early again this week. He fumbled early again last week too.
Yeah, he fumbled early. But you don't run the ball before that. He ain't even good anymore. Like I watched him run a couple times a day. He just doesn't look like the same guy a few years ago. Mm-hmm. But they just with the Bucs. I don't know. The Bucs are questionable. I don't know. Like they could be good, but Tom Brady is old. When you look at him throw, his arm is like he getting that Peyton Manning arm. Peyton Manning, my dude. And Peyton Manning, my dude, man. But he getting that arm.
The messed up neck.
He getting that arm.
I think the Bucs are 6-3 right now.
Yeah, they still there, but
they 6-3. But when they get down to crunch time at the end of the season, that's when we really gonna see what's going on. Like you said, Tom Brady again. Oh, Tom Brady. To me, yeah, Tom Brady's successful. He done did all that shit. But personally, I think he needs to sit his ass down. That's my opinion.
It's over.
Yeah.
He one of them dudes, man, that they don't have anything else to do.
Exactly.
So, like, you know, Giselle, his wife, she's still a model.
He just trying to get one more ring over Belichick. That's all he got left to prove.
He ain't
That's
gonna
all
do
he's
it.
got left to prove. He's probably not gonna do it, but that's the only thing I can see on his checklist.
Honestly, with their team, they ain't got no excuse not to win one.
Exactly. The whole team is stacked.
Bro, that secondary is questionable though. That secondary just they young, man. They still trying to figure it out. But that offense now, once you get to the D line and the linebackers, Levante David now, they all official. Like they every bit of official. It's just everything else.
Yeah, that linebacker core is Devin White and Levante David.
Bro, they flying all over the field. It's just everything else. They gotta fix it. They gotta fix other stuff.
Y'all think AB gonna chill out like with all his antics off the field? Because I know he stopped on social media.
I don't know.
I mean, he hadn't. When's the last time he had an antic off the field?
I mean, from what I heard is he took some penis gummies and slapped his wife with it.
That was a while ago.
For real?
Yeah, that was a real
long time ago.
I just remember he did something with like pictures or whatever. Something like that.
I mean, he still got these civil charges with his so-called trainer or something like that.
I know that's a personal matter. That's a personal matter. Well, you know that he did it to himself. What happened was when he got that contract, he got that money, so his ego got big.
Yep.
That's the problem. That's the problem with the dudes in the NFL now, bro.
But he performing on the field though. So like my thing is they don't really care.
But what I'm saying is, all right, you had Chad Johnson.
Stay off the media.
Chad Johnson had an ego. But
he performed on the field.
But Chad Johnson wouldn't be out here wilding out too. Go to jail.
He's out here headbutting his wife.
Here's another thing. The internet is so much bigger now than when Chad Johnson was in the league.
That's true.
Well, that is true. That's true. But you should know when you a figure like that, bro, you know you need to chill out. Just chill out. You don't need to be wilding out like that. Like, bro.
I was gonna say the thing I didn't like about AB was when he started like throwing his teammates under the bus. Like when he went at Juju Smith-Schuster, like that was unnecessary. Like,
I mean, that's because Juju was taking his spot. Because Juju was balling though.
Yeah, like like that's what I didn't like. Like when you throwing your teammates, your coaches under the bus, when somebody's giving you another opportunity and then you just like slapping them in the face, like come on now.
He didn't care.
That's what I didn't like.
He didn't care. Yeah. I from when he left.
That's when I'm like, this dude is falling off. That's when I was just like, all right, dude, you need to settle down. Like that's one thing, you know, you just like talking trash, you know, starting maybe talking shit off the field. Like that's cool as long as you producing, but like, you know, don't be throwing your teammates under the bus.
Hey, they don't care. It's about them though.
Yeah, the NFL really don't care personally. They care. He throwing that, you know, he catching that streak route down the field, but they don't care about what happens off the field. That's like, all right, still making us money.
Because most of them, you know, when they don't get the ball like they used to, like look at a guy like Larry Fitzgerald, for instance. Larry Fitzgerald is a prime example of being just a professional. Mm-hmm. He ain't never left. He ain't never complained. All Larry Fitzgerald do is just drop passes that get intercepted to my Buffalo Bills today. That shit was so pretty.
He technically caught that.
Bro, that's the first, you know, that's the first time I've actually seen him in the game actually drop a pass.
Drop a pass.
That's the first time I've ever seen that. Ever. And I'm like, that's crazy to think about that.
I thought
he's been in the league too.
Yeah, he doesn't drop anything.
The crazy stat about Larry Fitzgerald is, bro, he has more tackles than drop passes in his career.
That's crazy.
And that's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
but AB,
I don't think it's a make or break for the league. I don't think it has really anything to do with the league.
Come on, get this first down. Let's go, baby. All right, so yeah, we're gonna move on. Move on, unless y'all got anything else.
Nah.
I was just gonna say I'm glad he's getting another opportunity. That's all. I just hope he doesn't blow it. That's all I'm gonna say.
He stayed with Tom Brady, so he can't fuck it up.
But yeah, he's staying in his house.
They live together.
Yeah.
Probably like, where are you going?
Yeah, Tom.
Bro, I'm asking that on the regular. You better not do nothing. Go nowhere crazy.
Exactly.
So the next we are talking about the NBA starting up, you know, early December. You think it's too early? And, you know, think about the draft. It's coming up. I think it's coming up Wednesday.
This Wednesday. Yep.
Free agency is like 2 weeks. I think it's crazy. These dudes, they just stopped playing, bro. Like
they did.
They just stopped playing like a month ago. Like literally.
Yep.
Like these dudes didn't have a chance to
rest up and nothing.
Rest up and get their bodies back together. That y'all just said, you know what? Y'all gonna pick their basketball back up, make us some money. That's all they done.
It's gonna be so skewed because how many teams actually came into the bubble? Because like for them, it's only been a couple months, but like for the other league, it's been like almost a year and a half. So they're gonna be like super rested up.
What would y'all think about if the league had a shortened season and then they let the players start up when they wanted, but based on how long the season was, they changed the pay scales essentially. So if, let's say there's 100 games and you make $100 million, you play 90 games and then you make 90 million instead of that. Like, so if they shorten the season, then they shorten the pay scale, but they also let the players pick when they start up.
They're not they're not getting their full salary. I think they're getting like 75%.
Is that the case?
Yeah. But see, gotcha. but think about it. It's guys for guys like LeBron, them, it ain't they fine because most of their contracts are front loaded anyway. So they're getting their money. It's the rookies and them guys that are, 450,000, 600,000, they're not getting a lot of that money that they normally would get. So their lifestyle is going to be a tad bit different.
They start budgeting.
Dang, anything with six figures sounds good to me.
Yeah, they live in a certain lifestyle though, so they have an expectation of how money comes in.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy that once you're put in that situation, if you're taken out of it, it's like scramble mode. Like I don't really know what to do.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure they wouldn't know what to do, missing another $200,000.
But you know what though? If you're not one of them top ballers on the team, one of those top players where you making those M's all the time, if you making like $350 a year, you need to go ahead and be like, you need to be budgeting. Because you don't ever know what happens. You can get hurt too.
And it's over.
You can get hurt, release.
The best thing to do in that situation is get a financial advisor. I mean,
that's what most of the rookies do.
See, my cousin played in the league. He played in the NFL for like 5 years. I mean, that they still get like a little pension or whatever, when they still playing or whatever. His pension didn't max out. So he get like, I think like $4 or $5 grand a month. I mean, he's all right, but it's just, when you making 700,000 a year,
it's a big difference.
To that, now it's just like, okay, how does my lifestyle totally change? You know what I mean?
Well,
because it's going to change. What are you going to do to adapt to that change? That's always one of the things for me. But
so what y'all looking for with this draft? I'm trying to see where LaMelo going.
I think that's.
I don't think he's going number one though. Y'all think LaMelo's going number? I think Anthony Edwards is going to go number one.
Anthony Edwards should go number one. He should.
He's already in NBA shape, I think, and his jump shot looks really sweet. I was actually watching some of his highlights today, and I was just blown away.
Man, we'll see.
But it's like who? Hold on. It whatever a team needs. Like Minnesota needs Anthony Edwards.
Yes.
But to put people in the seats, who would you pick?
LaMelo.
Yeah, LaMelo just ticket sales.
Do you want to win or do you want?
That's why I think
money?
Charlotte's gonna pick him up if he goes 3.
I'm not sure how Minnesota's fan base is, but I think if they're producing a winning team, people are going to show up to the games.
That's true. But
but
I mean, what's going on? What's going on in Minnesota?
That's true.
Are there even going to be tickets sold next year?
I love to see him at Golden State though.
But what I'm saying,
COVID.
When you look at it,
let's say they draft him and then they do really good, but there's no ticket sales because of COVID. Then everybody's put on like, oh shoot, Anthony Edwards is a baller. I can't wait to go see him next year when the tickets are actually being sold.
Some of them are. It depends on which teams, but some of them are doing half capacity.
They're doing half. Yeah, they're only allowing a certain number.
But then it's one of those. If you can go to the game, just so to say, LaMelo's on Minnesota killing. Now, would you buy the NBA app and buy those games? Game times, you know what I'm saying? Would you be willing to spend?
I don't think most people would.
$200 to watch your Minnesota Timber? You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Get
just
smacked.
yeah, but like this draft is going to be weird.
Yeah.
Minnesota really doesn't know what they want. We know who they should get, which is Edwards, but they're not sure. Golden State doesn't even want it. Want number 2. So I think everybody's fighting for Melo. Wiseman is just sitting there like, oh man, nobody really wants me.
Wants me because he was the number 1 recruit coming in.
Yeah,
who has the number 2 pick?
Golden State.
Golden State.
Could you imagine LaMelo and Steph Curry, the interaction that they have? Like, I can't even picture them being in the same.
I feel like LeVar burned bridges.
But LeVar was pretty quiet when his son was trashing New Orleans. I'm sorry, Cam.
Oh yeah,
I ain't never seen Lamar so quiet.
He ain't show up in no games no more.
Yeah.
But I think Golden State should get Wiseman. The one thing they've never really had was a big man that was actually good. You give them a pick and roll big.
Yeah, David Lee.
Man, stop that.
David Lee ain't no Wiseman. I'm about to say, don't go there. Don't go there.
You give them a pick and roll threat. That can pick and roll.
10 times athletic, 10 times
yeah, bro, come on. I mean, it's
way more athletic.
Yeah, but Golden State wants a veteran. I don't know who they want. I don't know who they want. Now, they just saying, I'll give a number 2 draft pick to anybody. I don't care. I just want to get rid of it. But they shouldn't, because contract-wise, it would fit them perfect. They're not going to have to pay them a lot of money for at least 3 years. And that's perfect. Sure. So you want to figure out
what they're doing with Steph, Clay, and other guys.
They're getting older. I think I kind of wish they would get Melo because they're getting older. Like LaMelo could literally, if LaMelo could get Curry shots, he should just step in and be perfect, like right there, like perfect.
Yeah.
I thought when they had Russell, the Russell thing bothered me, but as I watched them play, they kind of complemented very well because when Curry was on the bench, Russell had the ball and he would just do what he wanted to. And then they'd go back to doing what Golden State did.
Exactly.
But I mean, this draft is interesting. Minus the top 3, everybody's like everywhere.
So, I don't know anything else after that.
I don't know besides the top 3.
All I've heard is the top 3.
I mean, the draft is, I think the draft is solid, but there's not a lot of star power. Like, there's no star.
This ain't gonna be one of the top draft classes.
Well, it wasn't like when Zion was like, all right, if you don't take Zion first, then
yeah,
there was no other option. Zion was just the guy.
He was
just the guy.
Zion was first.
The guy. And yeah, he was going first, and everybody else was just whoever.
New Orleans screamed when they got the first pick.
Yep. I know New York was the Knicks fans were so mad. I know when they found out they weren't getting number 1.
Bro, the Knicks are cursed.
They already had it planned out. They wanted KD and Kyrie and then Zion to be the rookie that was coming in. And
you mean the Nets?
Just went.
They said
the Nets.
The Knicks. Oh, what you said the Knicks. The Knicks, remember the Knicks? They want KD.
Yeah, the Knicks were. Yeah, the Knicks were.
They wanted him
that
bad.
was their dream. They wanted.
Oh, you're saying if they had got number 1 pick, that would have fallen into place.
Yeah, they all wanted. But even then, I mean, even if they got number 1 pick, Kyrie and KD already decided to go to Brooklyn. But they at least thought they were going to be getting Zion.
Yeah.
So ideally, they wanted those 3.
Let's go, Cam. Let's go. Touchdown. Rex Burkhead catching bombs.
You gotta stop. See, that's next thing you know, they're gonna have Rex Burkhead like a 95 on Madden for no reason. Like, it's gonna be totally for no reason, bro.
Kobe Myers threw the ball.
He didn't even catch it from Cam.
Jacoby Myers threw it. I mean, I'm not tripping.
That's crazy.
I am not tripping. I just want the game to be.
What's the score? What's the score now?
14-10.
Okay. What Lamar doing? So what is it? Hold on, let me look it up.
I just finally got the game on my iPad.
I ain't playing.
Go through some crap.
All right, let's go to the next topic. So, are y'all surprised about the election results?
No.
I don't think. Well, I don't think
we ain't got no Republicans in here. We ain't got no Republicans.
I was gonna say, I don't think.
I just want to add. We got any Republicans in here?
Surprised about this election? Nah.
because that man Poochie said some off the wall stuff. Oh, it's 13
today. Right now, I'm a registered Democrat, but not even low key, high key. I'm an independent. I'm just for the people.
See, that's what I've never been either or. I just vote for whoever I feel like,
good for the country.
To run the country. That's always been my opinion. But
yeah,
it's never going to be a perfect candidate for one side or another.
Never.
Mm-hmm. Never.
Obama.
I never really enjoyed talking politics anyway.
Dude, you got to think Obama barely
44.
He barely
44.
Won. He barely won though the first time.
Hey, but that's Obama though. So I can't.
The main reason McCain lost though was because he had Sarah Palin as his vice president nominee. She messed that man up.
But you got to think about look what we've seen this year. Georgia's normally Republican.
They voted Biden.
That flipped major.
Hey man, Atlanta got voted.
Arizona,
they got out there. Arizona was a Republican state.
Atlanta wasn't playing that. Atlanta wasn't playing no games.
Nah, them black folks, they was out there this year. This year.
Minorities in general were out there voting.
And to tell the truth, we all know the reason Biden really won was the black vote.
Yes, nobody wanted that. Nobody wanted that man here.
Black folks came. This year was the year black folks came out in droves. No questions asked.
They weren't playing no games.
And then you got a president that's like, it's not over. We don't. Bro, come on, bro. It's over. Like, I mean,
this man's still holding on, not conceding the election.
That's that pride. That's that pride, bro.
No, but pride. You know what it is too. He needs to stay in office because that man gonna have like 6 lawsuits once he comes out.
He's going to jail. he's gonna get locked up.
He needs to stay in the office, otherwise he's going to jail.
I think he's gonna go to jail.
He got taxes.
Yeah,
what he got? He got
taxes. Ain't no telling what other issues the feds got.
He'll be all right. He'll go to the best prison they got.
And the thing is,
luxury resort.
Well, when he's as long as he's president, he can't be arrested. They can't even touch him. So he kind of sitting and waiting to kind of like figure out what he's planning on.
Figure out what he's gonna do.
Yeah,
I was just sick of the entire popularity contest. That's all it turned into at the end, and it's like, I really hope the next time we can vote, there's going to be people who are like where everybody actually kind of wants one or the other in office, not just like the better of two evils, essentially. You get what I'm saying?
I actually didn't have a problem when Trump won. That was just whatever. Now I preferred Hillary because I want Bill Clinton to be off in there. Bill was great, but it's just like, okay, Trump won. This is the question that I asked Republicans. Hey, what has Trump really done for you?
Exactly. I do the same thing, Rez.
I'd say so. I work in a blue collar industry. That has probably been the biggest perk of having Trump in there is
they get those people get money.
More blue collar eccentric. So it was a risk of if Biden won, then the plant we're at might not move to a different location just because of money issues. But they ended up deciding after you got elected, we're still going to move. So that was my biggest concern is Biden's drive towards more technology-based companies going to affect the blue-collar industry, which is what I'm in. So that was a thought process I had through it. I work at a pipe foundry. They pretty much melt down iron and create pipes and fittings for like commercial.
Okay.
So we actually got some of our pipe in the LA Rams stadium. That's who
really?
We supplied all their pipe.
Nice.
Yeah, just to let y'all know, I don't know what just happened to Zoom, but it just said I have 10 minutes left.
If you don't have the pro plan, you can only be on for an hour.
That's crazy.
No, we were on 2 hours last time.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say we were on forever last time we did this podcast.
Laptop right now. I'm not on my school laptop because they messed up my charger for my school laptop.
Well, let's keep this thing rolling then.
Hey, so my session here, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one though.
All right,
bro.
All right,
bro. See you, man.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm just letting you know if I have to send you another one,
that's fine. We can just mesh the two videos in.
Yeah.
What's next? What's next, Cam?
Well, you think the government shut back down now that the election is over?
I think this is crazy. So Trump approves money for Pfizer to do all this research, and then they ended up essentially finding a cure for COVID, but they can't really roll it out until they go through a little bit of testing. So there'll be approved 1.3 billion vaccines for next year. So pretty much, if this gets approved and goes all the way through, and vaccines can be released, Biden's going to get essentially the biggest alley-oop of whatever we've seen politics-wise, because he's going to be like, yeah, I was the president when the vaccine came out for COVID and blah, blah, blah. So he's getting a freaking alley-oop from Trump approving Pfizer to get this thing rolling.
But at
crazy.
least Biden has been trying to find ways to control it. We haven't heard anything about Trump and COVID since when?
Since
he's not saying anything. He's just like, I'm just gonna hang out
on the golf course.
Okay.
So I think that's crazy that's going to come into fruition maybe even next year with all that happening. I don't really know what's going to happen next year with whether we'll be locked down again or not, because the left, I guess, has been essentially more driven to shut down and all those things, while the right has wanted to open things up. Is that about right?
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
They closed.
I don't know if y'all heard the news today, but we just hit, I think it was like 7 million known cases now. We literally jumped another million, I think, within just a couple days.
I was a statistic. I was a statistic of my of the president's irresponsibility.
I don't know what's. So my wife had to get tested, and they called her and said that she's positive, and then they called her again and said she's negative. So I don't know what they did with that positive number that they
get the test
said.
either.
I mean, how, like did they record she was positive and then say, oh, actually you're negative, but they already sent those results out?
That's a good question.
That sounds like
that is a good question.
They was tripping.
You know
they messed up the test or something.
That is a good question.
And my daughter tested positive as well.
Ooh, man, that's tough. She's doing all right?
Yeah. She had a little bit of a cough, but that was it.
See, when I got tested, if I was already positive, I already knew my kids were positive, so it wasn't really even no point in testing them. So I
tested negative, and my daughter was positive. So,
oh man, that's tough.
See, it's just different.
It's stuff about it that we still don't know. But for the president to not spearhead, it's like he doesn't. I told you, man, we've never had a president that's been so egotistical. Like, this guy doesn't care. It's all about him. It's about him.
He's an airhead for sure.
Like, when you look and stuff, it's about him.
He's selfish.
I always learn when you get power, there's levels of power. Well, when people got money, that's a different level of power. Like, when you got money, you kind of pretty much do whatever you want. It's just true. But this power, being the president,
it's a scary amount of power that you have access to.
It's something different.
Yeah.
And he just does what he wants because, number one, when he ran for election, he put all of his money into the election. That means he didn't owe anybody any favors. He did it on his own. So,
that's true.
Most politicians are, well, I've done this for you, so you owe me.
That's true.
Nah, I don't owe you anything. Now look at the Republican Party now. They need him because he's the guy with access to the money.
And Ben, kind of going to your point about, the blue collar people, Trump did a really good job, persuading those blue collar people that he was all about them. Like the people that work in coal mines, the farm. Yeah. But
so
I would say the Caucasian blue collar people.
So after Obama got out of office, before when Obama was in office, the place I work at, based on how industries were going, they were on 3 days of work for 2 years. And if you're in a blue collar industry, you get paid for how much you work, not a salary. So they were on 3 days for 2 years.
2 minutes. We got 2 minutes, guys.
24 hours a week of pay. Compared to now, you can get around anywhere from 40 to 60,
Yeah, that's true.
So in my head, I mean, I don't want to. I mean, we're on one income with a baby and a house payment and my wife and everything on my insurance. Why would I want to go work 3 days? So that's like
that's true. I mean, I work at Nissan, and we've had moments where shit, we working 4 days, 3 days, 5 days a week, but we go home after 4 hours. So you do that 3 times a week, checks is short. But on that, when you talk about them and money, I kind of dig off into stuff. Now, Trump passed a bill to where people complaining, oh, he did this about taxes. Taxes are for the increase. And, it's one of those things where I do this for you now, but you're going to have to pay later. Mm-hmm. And then, that's kind of when he done. So while people are yay about it now, we're going to pay for it later on.
How so?
Way. It's just the tax. If I had to find it and pull it up again, the taxes are low now for certain businesses, but later they're going to increase.
Well, I'm saying like for like personal income taxes, it's just whatever North Carolina does for anyone who lives in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a difference of
well, it wasn't. I'm not saying for us.
Oh, you're saying corporate.
The corporate people.
Okay.
No, those tax breaks that he gave them now was cool, but later on they're going to pay a higher amount. They're already complaining about, well,